The truth is, nobody in the United States is really interested in Ukraine itself. What they're interested in is preserving America's global dominance. They're not fighting for Ukraine or the Ukrainian people.
According to His Excellency Vladimir Putin, Uncle Sam and their allies are not fighting for Ukraine. They don't care about Ukraine. What they are rather doing is they are fighting to maintain their global hegemony. Today, everybody knows that Uncle Sam and their allies are fighting against the Russians. But the point is, it's not just about Russia. They were trying to use Russia as a scapegoat to warn the rest of the world that if you don't fall in order, you will face the same consequences. That was the whole idea or the whole concept, just like what they did in Venezuela. It was a message to the rest of the world. If you don't follow our footsteps, or if you don't follow what you are told to do, this is the fate that awaits you. Fortunate or unfortunately for them, their operation against Russia has backfired. It has failed completely, and they succeeded in Venezuela. But these guys decided to go ahead to test Iran, and now you all know what they are going through in Iran. In fact, they are collecting wotu. Well, let's listen to Vladimir Putin himself.
The truth is, nobody in the United States is really interested in Ukraine itself. What they're interested in is preserving America's global dominance. They're not fighting for Ukraine or the Ukrainian people, but for their own position as the world's leading power. And they don't want Russia to achieve any kind of success, because they believe it would weaken America's standing in the world. That's the whole point of what the US is doing.
Well, this is not an opinion. This is a statement of fact. And I have said this repeatedly on this platform that they are fixated on defeating Russia than helping or saving Ukraine. The truth is, anybody who cares about Ukraine wouldn't be pushing Ukraine to continue this war. The longer this war keeps going, the more Ukraine gets destroyed economically, militarily. The honest truth is, the territories that Ukraine has lost, there is no way they are going to get them back. It is obvious. But I don't know why they keep pushing them. This war is going to end like the Korean War. The country will be divided into two. So the ethnic Russian-speaking side will end up being controlled by Russia. Russia is not the biggest country on earth here by accident. For some reason, whenever they go to war, they end up taking some territories, right? You can ask the Japanese what happened to them back in the 1930s. You can ask Finland what happened to them in 1939 to 1940. You can ask Georgia what happened to them in between 2007 to 2008. You can also ask the Ottoman Empire. They defeated the Ottoman Empire and took control of Crimea and Odessa. You can also make research about Peter the Great and what he did to Sweden and many more. So, judging by history, these guys have always annexed territories, and the fact is, you are not going to get the territories back. That is just the honest truth. The truth may sound uncomfortable to some people, but sorry, that is the reality. In this video, I made compilation of Vladimir Putin interviews, public speeches right from 2022 till date. Trust me, after watching this video, you will understand exactly what is happening between Russia and Ukraine. One interesting thing about Vladimir Putin is you never get bored when listening to him. He's full of wisdom. By the end of this video, you will understand why millions of Russians and the rest of the world respect him so much. Despite many attempts to make him look evil or paint him black, the rest of the world continue to respect this man.
The biggest problem for the Ukrainian army today is a catastrophic shortage of manpower. As you know, people there are being rounded up on the streets like stray dogs and forced into the army. And let me explain the consequences of that. There are roughly 20,000 deserters every month. When people are being drafted against their will, morale is low, nobody wants to fight. According to near-official numbers, around 200,000 criminal cases have already been opened for desertion. That's just one of the problems. But it's the most serious one because it leads to the loss of territory. As of today, the Russian military has established full control over Luhansk, controls more than 85% of Donetsk, and around 80% of the Zaporizhzhia region. And we continue to move forward day by day. A response when it comes to the Second World War, we should keep in mind the role Stalin played in the victory and try to depoliticize this issue. There were many problems associated with Stalin's repressions. That goes without saying. We must not whitewash those events, and the country should never forget them. But it's also wrong to overlook the role that this particular individual played in the Soviet people's victory in World War II.
As we've discussed before, modern warfare is becoming more high-tech by the day. The other side is already deploying swarms of attack drones coordinated through the Starlink satellite network, while we don't have a system like that. I ask that you task our industry with finding a solution to this problem.
We do have such a system. It's already been developed and is being rolled out. The first satellites capable of performing the tasks you mentioned were launched into orbit in 2023. That work continued in 2024 and 2025. The challenge now is scaling it up, which takes time. But the system exists, and it's operational. Just recently, we had another launch. How many satellites did you put up this time?
16.
We just launched another 16 satellites. That's still far from enough, of course. But the most important thing is that the technological challenge has been solved. We have the technology, now it's a matter of time before we bring the system online at full scale. But the work isn't just underway, it's progressing at a good pace and to a high standard. And I hope that in the near future, you'll start feeling the impact of that on the ground.
There is no unity in Ukraine. They are all at each other's throats, like spiders in a jar, busy fighting over money they've stolen from the Ukrainian people or from their Western backers. They turn on each other, hunt each other down, flee abroad, go into hiding, then come back again. It just never ends.
You have to give credit to the Iranian leadership. They've managed to keep their society stable. That's just a fact. After military operations against Iran began, some people in the West assumed the country would start falling apart from within. That assessment turned out to be wrong. In fact, we've seen the exact opposite. Iranian society has become more united. You probably saw it or heard about it. I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, right after the conflict began, and the first strikes took place, the Iranian leadership issued a call, "Life for Iran." Within a week, 5 million people volunteered to give their lives for Iran. Now that number has already grown to more than 10 million. That tells you a lot, and it's something you always have to keep in mind. In this case, we're talking about the conflict in Iran.
Thanks for watching today's episode. Don't forget to hit on the like button, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.